Hello there, I'm Tim, and this is How to Murder Feet, Walking and Walking, and I am at Rainham train station, which I've just had to reach by bus because of various reasons and stuff, rail replacement services and such like. It is Sunday hang on, I forgot, I looked just now and it's gone. Hang on, drag down, there you go. Sunday the 20th of August, and it's about 11 o'clock, and in Sydney, England are about to kick off against Spain in the World Cup football women's thing, which I've honestly not been following, but is in the news. I don't really follow women's football, but then I don't really follow men's football either, so, you know, there's that. Oh, can't go through there, all right. Two different train lines. I see. I probably need to cross that one then, because can't do it through there. Yeah, so we are basically walking to Tilbury today. This is the last of my bonus stages on the Thames, going through London and stuff. And and I've lost complete track of my thread. Blimey, you think I'd be good at these by now? Yes, that's okay. So yeah, I drove today because I was going to do it by train. I was trying to do it all by train for these bits, but loitering on a level crossing, bad idea. Cameras and such, I imagine. But yeah, I was trying to use the trains and things today, but it was going to put an extra hour on my journey each way, so I thought, I'm just about still in driving range, so I drove today, and I've parked at Tilbury town. So we're going to do a bit of coast, and it's going to be better today. I mean, there's still going to be cement works and container depots, but we need to we're going to go down to the river and follow the river for much of today as well, so that'd be good. So a lot less grim today, but yes, more miles to do. All right then, I'm going to crack on. There we go, bit of green space at last. Last time was pretty grim. It was pretty much that kind of thing for the entire day. So nice to get out over there. Well, that is an artificial hill, I think. I was trying to do some research. I think it's called the Rainham landfill. Might have a better name somewhere, but and I couldn't really find much about it apart from the fact that often it catches fire. But I don't know if that was talking about a different landfill site somewhere nearby. Don't know. Big dump landfill site. So we go across under the A13 over there, I think. Then we skirt round the right of that big hill, and we find ourselves on the Thames, which will be nice. Didn't see a lot of the Thames last time. Looking forward to an improvement this time. And then, yeah, just meander our way downstream. You can just about see in the distance there the Dartford Bridge. We're going to be going under that today, then out to the other side. So I think we're in the London Borough of Havering at the moment, which is a name I've never heard of until looking it up this last time. And I think I don't think we even reached Kent today. I think we go through a small one called Thurrock that I'd also generally never heard of before today. And then Kent is actually, no, not Kent, Essex. Kent, yeah, if I go to Kent, I've crossed the bridge, which is the wrong side. Kent's on the other side of the bridge. This side, we don't get to Essex today, we go to Thurrock today, where I think Tilbury is. And then Essex is on the other side of Thurrock. Thurrock I'd vaguely heard of before because it's got a really big shopping centre in there somewhere, but again, you know, not really on our route, so we'll be missing that too. So yeah, let's try and work out how to get under this bridge. Should be some sort of underpass type thing, otherwise we're going to have to do a very, very frantic hop, skip and run. There we go. Some more urban scenes. Suburban, I don't know. Interstitial. Concretey. These primitive bivouacs. Possibly. It's not a bad pitch, I suppose. Noisy, bit flagrant. Civic Art. This one's a very vaguely Dalek-like construction. I saw these on my Google Maps prep. See, I was doing a little bit of research because I know we need to go over there, that path. But yeah, apparently this thing shows the amount of energy from a nearby wind turbine. I think in the background you can sort of see them. I don't know what units or whatever, kilowatt hours or something, as lights. It's essentially an LCD display, segment display thing. Probably makes more sense at speed coming down that ramp. Can't see anything at all. Is it even on? The other one is a similar one facing the other way, and that shows the amount of traffic in Rainham. I don't know. It's a statement, I think. I don't know. Lots of industrial stuff over there. Fortunately, we're going to cut across some marshland now, cut across some fields, reconnect with nature, which I've not been doing for quite a number of weeks, frankly. But then it's the capital of our nation's population, about 14 million, so I guess stands to reason. Oh yeah, getting that landfill smell. A lot of commercial waste disposal and recycling companies around here. I can smell it on the wind. Oh, here we go. Public footpath advance warning. Yes, closed on Thursday, 17th of August. Okay, that's very specific. Still, it means that's already been and gone. That was this week, so there should be nice cleared vegetation. Jolly good. National cycle routes 13 and 136, I think. The London Loop. Yes, I've seen this on my research. We're now following a named path for about half a day, and then it gives up on us and goes somewhere else again. Still no ECP, so I don't know whether to be worried or just shrug and forge my own destiny, you know? Anyway, I know we need to go through here now. Ah, here we go. Bit of wilderness and marshland. There's a plaque over here, actually. I should probably just point you at that instead. Here we go. So, musketry camps between 1906 and 1960s. Muskets? Rifle ranges. It's a bird reserve nowadays. Yeah, we're going to take that long one down there and then around the outside of the landfill hill. What's the red bit mean? Don't know, the key's confusing. White on red, not something you often see on maps. Yeah, there's a picture of some tents and soldiers on a marsh wishing they'd studied harder at school. Don't know, 1917, that might have just been conscription or something. Anyway. Oh, is that a good reference? Maybe. So this is the catch-up leg I didn't do last time and left for this time, so an extra 2 miles. I think about 14 miles today still though, even including this bit. Right, so I've been through here, tidying up, cleaning the edges off. That's good. Less probability of ambush. And yeah, I think we're on something called the London Loop now. So yet another fragmentary circular walk that we're taking a small piece of and then being abandoned by. Still haven't seen any ECP signs, so I don't know whether I should just keep my eyes peeled and hope, or just shrug and forge my own destiny. Bit of both, probably. Right, 11:14. I think it was kick-off as 11 o'clock for the football thing. I shall probably hear about it on the news and on the radio on the way home. Mind you, I kind of do hope England win. I mean, I'm English, so, you know, in a choice between England and Spain, I suppose I ought to support the home nation, my own land, you know. Also, I think it'll give all those people who keep banging on about 1966 something new to bang on about. Although it does please me that the new thing they'll be banging on about will have been achieved by the women's team, not the men's. Hey-ho. I worry too much about these things, I think. I enjoy this nice day. It's a bit warm today, a little bit of a breeze, but it'll be 24 later. So we'll have to see how that goes. Got the usual clobber, litre of water. Hope there'll be some pubs or garages on the way, mind you. There's long stretches where there's not much today, which is good. And bad. I don't know. Pace myself. Should give the mouth a rest and the legs the workout. Speak to you again soon. Just come out of the marshes there. Yeah, some utterly silent link road here. I think they're just road access to the landfill itself, which, you know, we don't need. I think we go down this car park side and then for more footpaths from here. I suppose everyone's watching the football. Plus I think we really are in the middle of nowhere, more or less. It's just the landfill and that's it. That's all private land owned by somebody or other, some sort of booth security. This looks like us. Going to follow these cycle paths, 13 and 136. They probably go where we want to go. So this is the car park I was sort of aiming at for the end of the last stage. Got here anyway, it's fine. Look, concrete arches. I mean, I suppose, you know, I am aware of the principles of buoyancy. They must float, but odd thing to make a boat out of, that's all I'm saying. and they're all on the shore anyway. So what we're looking at here is the Thames. We've made it back here again. It's an updated white on red map. You are now here. So that's the big waste recycling management processing plant thing that I thought was on fire, the sludge reactor. It's on the far side now. Big load of docks and stuff. Yeah, a bit of factories. One of them had the word Tilbury on the back from the other side, the rice people. So I guess there's a lot of bleach going on in there. I don't know. Do they really need a pontoon wharf for their rice? Maybe not. Maybe it's just opportunity. That was some big old... Yeah, I think that was active, whatever that was, but we could still walk along the shore, sort of just this side of it, in between a sort of fence and another fence. So that must be Erith over there, or Erith, however you want to pronounce it. I still don't know, and I'm unlikely to ever find out. The Riverside Gardens there, which we called a day stage. That was the end of the really rainy day. Yeah, okay, so I've got a fix on where I am, mostly by landmarks on the far side. But that's good, We're back on the river now, which is the important thing. Don't think that sort of just cuts back into the car park, I think, that one, as it goes off into the industrial estate. Don't care, been that way, not coming back. And just about, oh, yes, there, look, just in the distance. If I go to my one-time zoom, I'm afraid of extensive zooming anymore, because I can't seem to zoom on target anymore. But centre of shot in the far background is Canary Wharf still, and the little triangular one of Canada Square, Canada Place, which the Canary Wharf interchange tube station DLR Elizabeth line thing is at the base of. Yeah, we've done some miles, haven't we? Done a bit of walking. It's good. So we're going this way now. RSPB Perth and Purfleet 2 3/4. Yeah, I think that's fair. 1 mile Coal Harbour Point. Coal. Not even zoomed. I can't aim straight. Use your camera, not your eyes. There you go. Good. So yeah, so Purfleet's the next big town. That'd be the other side of this big hill, but we just basically had to follow the shoreward side of this hill, and it was lovely and peaceful and quiet until came in sight of that, and I can hear that whining from here. Oh, big blue boat. I gotta go away and use the app to find out what boat that is and come back and tell you. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm back. I found out. So that is the Jeannette, a Dutch cargo container ship with a 6-metre draft, which has arrived here from LV, which I think might be Latvia. I don't know. Country code. RAX is the port code. I've no idea at all. I didn't look up what that blue one is. Oh well. Now we know. I love that app. It's great. Website thing. Right, I'm going to crack on. Get some miles in. What, me? Trespassing? No. Not unless absolutely necessary. So, yeah, I guess this is some kind of landfill related workings that still seem to happen. Boats and stuff. Seems pretty quiet today. Seems pretty quiet in general, actually. Weeds growing in the road. I don't see a lot of use. Oh, there it is. This, on the other hand, something new being thrown up here. We'll get nearer and find out what. An Amazon fulfillment centre, possibly. I passed 2 on the way here. By car and train. Just in this area alone. There was that one across the bridge and the other side there. So, yeah, who knows? I suspect it's probably more to do with the environmental management waste company people. Is it Veloia? I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know. I have to get nearer and have a nose. Still, apart from, you know, the massive framework going up in front of me and the big scary sign saying lorries crossing, it's quite peaceful here. I'm enjoying it. This is nicer. This is nicer than last week, trudging through industrial estates and nearby streets. This is what I signed up for. Looking at some of the suitability of some of this green verge for a bit of stealth camping too. Reckon I probably could have found some. I don't know. I think possibly the Greenwich to Westminster and Westminster to Blackwall days would have presented certain problems in terms of ninja camping. But I don't know. I think if you're desperate enough, you find somewhere, but you don't get a good night's sleep, no. Right, let's go and find out what this is all about. Ah, keep seeing these actually. Locked capped pipes that go into the ground with no smoking signs on the side. Because I suspect a vast amount of methane is trapped underneath this hill, this hill of man-made construction. And I suspect there's a need to vent it as safely as possible. This may account for the stories I read about how this place keeps catching on fire. Strange, weird white smoke comes off of it every so often. It's not a volcano in the traditional sense, anyway. Oh, hello. Where are you off to in such a hurry? Actually, I don't know what's that way. Gatwick, maybe? Don't know. Looks like a private jet, though. There you go. That one's not finished, although they've done the outside. The others are just big Meccano sets. Obviously no one on them today, it's Sunday, but they've already got existing facilities over there, looks like. Veolia. Okay. Reading comprehension success. Alright, so you can see the bridge. We're going to go under that today. So all along this shoreline is today's stuff. And I think, according to my mapping and stuff, I can actually go all the way along underneath there. I mean, once we get the other side, we'll have to go inland when we get near Tilbury, because there's a go away, no access dock on the far side of that bridge. But yeah, you can just see the concrete blocks of the Darent flood defence towers there. So we had to go inland all that way and then come back again. I think I don't have to do that anymore all the way up to Southend now. I don't think there's any. Oh no, there's a huge one. Yeah. Oh, I don't have to do one of those until Tilbury, which is today, so that's okay. worry about upcoming massive inland detours when I hit them, I suppose. Yeah, and big old piles of scrap metal over there. I think the days of that kind of facility are numbered, really. It's prime redevelopment real estate, that is. Make them an offer they can't refuse and have to take their big pile of scrap metal somewhere else. Nowadays you have to build a building like this and do your big scrap metal stuff inside, I think, under cover. Yeah, is that another big hill? It's probably just part of the same range. Man-made mountains. God, it's huge. Must be a lot of rubbish out there. Certainly in Greater London. Probably beyond too. You know, from where the rubbish will come to this place. Right, it looks like we've got a path up ahead. Some people walking along it. So I'm going to go and stand on the edge and sit and stare at the sea for a bit. Well, stare at the river and dream of the sea. Fairly low tide. Going out, I think. The upper non-underwater bits are still wet, which usually means it's gone out rather than coming in. When it's coming in, the interface between the water and the shore is much drier because it's had longer to dry in the sun. Yeah, outdoor survival tips for the Thames. It's almost rural. Only per fleet just this side of the bridge for the refineries. Yeah. Recognise some of that parkland on the replacement bus I came through. It goes quite near the edge. And the station might be there somewhere. Good. And the car park. I think the London Loop carries on inland from here. I need to find a right-hand turn somewhere up ahead. See what the deal is. That Darent shooting club popping away over there. Sunday again. And we just crossed a fence here and a fence over there. And look there, I'm not sure if you can see it in the parallax. I can't really zoom too well either, but in the centre there, it's got numbers on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's some sort of shooting range. Decommissioned, I guess. the Second World War. I mean, there's estuary marshlands all up and down the Thames are probably being used as staging areas for all sorts of stuff. Pontoon bridges out to easy access to the Navy. Defensible at the mouth. Yeah. Right, let's keep moving. Fleet beckons. Bird hides down there, little lake. I think this is all RSPB now. Used to be some sort of military shooting area, I think. Hence the fences. Quite quiet now, apart from the gunfire from the opposite side of the Thames there. Channel, Thames, whatever. Sailing boats, lending a rustic, bucolic beauty to the whole thing. Certain exotic feel. And we can't presently see a cement works, so you know, it's good. Coming up on something ahead. I hope there's an ice cream shop. I could really go for one now. It's going to be 24 later, so around nowish in fact, so yeah. Get a drink and something. Good spot to take a stop. Yeah, perfectly has a Stargate too. I wonder if it connects to the Dover one. That would be cheating. And also going the wrong way, so not helpful. Oh well, that's the bird sanctuary marsh. Back into civilization. This looks residential, so that's okay. Don't mind houses. Probably around there, I guess. Sort of classic car meet there. A lot of black number plates. Church Hall, Village Hall, something like that. Aston Martin DB7. Is it 7? No, what's the one in the films? 2? 9? I don't know. Oh, Perfleet magazine, here we go. That's what that is. The silver one looks like the James Bond car. I don't know much more than that. I don't want to go down there. I feel like I have to look a bit too keen. Okay, 1 o'clock. We've taken a turn for the surreal. This is often the way. I'm following a footpath through some mysterious waste ground to the sound of distant gunfire, but I found a nice story, so I'm alright. Some drinks as well. Perfleet station just through there somewhere. No idea what all this is, but I've double checked the maps and rights of way, and I think I'm allowed in here. Abandoned something or other. Well, they look pipes in the ground again. Morlocks. Another landfill of some sort. No, ex-military perhaps. Now, if I go that way, I should find a shoreline cut that takes me between an oil refinery and the river, obviously, and hopefully under the big bridge. So I'm just going to meander along here, carefree as a dandelion seed, and let's hope for the best. Knowing what that is doesn't make it any less threatening or worrying. There. Here I am, slipping through the cracks. River just the other side of that massive thing, and some jetties and whatnot. And very large piece of waste ground over there. It was probably a factory at one point. Get a bit nearer. Some burnt out thing in the middle there, missing a roof. Not a lot else going on in there. It's probably excess land attached to the refinery. They tend to be very big but not used at all, I've noticed. Indicating what? Reduced demand? Or processing elsewhere? No. Anyway, I don't mind. I'm just passing through. So do me. Just glad to be able to get along here without having to go a great big inland detour around a bunch of estates. It looked like it was on the cards. Still hear the pop-pop of the rifle range there. An occasional buzzing of motorbikes. They're the same lot that buzzed me when I came past on the other side, I'm sure. Out there every Sunday on their motorbikes, doing their thing. I mean, none of them hit me or were abusive or anything, so I don't mind. Quite noisy if you live nearby though, I suspect. Oh, and you just missed a good 20-minute rant about the, well, these I never asked for that. I always put the lid back on when I'm finished, put the whole thing in the bin. But no, it has to sort of hang off the side and then you have to pull at it really hard. I'm not going to do that rant again right now because, you know, I'm quite a calm, relaxing influence generally. So, you know, people don't come to me for a massive rant. Do that in my own time. Here we go, coming up on the oil terminal proper. I think there was signage and access roads from inland on the bus when it came past, but I didn't really catch whose it was. Was it Shell? It might be Shell. One's much like another, I suppose. Big ship there. I shall probably use the magic app to find out who and what that is, but we're probably going to pass much closer than this. And I suppose oil refining never sleeps. It doesn't care if it's a Sunday. Going to see a lot of these, I think, in my overall travels. They all do tend to be on the coast for obvious reasons. Yeah, blimey, had a bit of a panic there for a minute. All this everywhere. But then I realised it turns out that those are actually gates to each side. They're not open gates blocking this forward bit. So I think I'm allowed ahead, just not through either of these gates, which is fine. This is interesting, new thing. High Court injunction, specifically targeting Extinction Rebellion and Just Stop Oil. Does suggest that I'm probably being watched by a number of cameras. Not much go beyond this notice. I think they mean over that side rather than along here. But well, I shall explain myself and demonstrate I have no orange powder on me if I'm stopped. I think this is the path though. I think they don't want me going up on those gantries, which is fine because I don't want to go on those gantries. Well, I kind of do a bit, but you know, it'll just slow me down and take up too much time for today, so I'm going to pass up on that temptation today. Yeah, so that's the Vespertine, registered out of a country whose flag I didn't recognise, San Marino de Esprit de Verde or something. Probably has a crew larger than the population of the nation it's registered with. And is a ro-ro cargo classification, 7.1 metres draft, and is going to Rotterdam in the Netherlands next, although it probably is still loading at the moment. Big old thing. Tells the draft, but I can't get the length. Maybe I need a subscription to their site or something first. Anyway, that's all coming off of all this stuff, I guess. Left the refinery behind. It's not even a refinery, it's just a storage depot by the looks of it. It's literally tanks. I imagine nothing actually happens there, nothing gets turned from anything into anything else. I think it's just literally stored. Buffer capacity. There's a load of containers ready to go on the back of a lorry, I suppose, and then the lorry over to the ship. I'm not quite sure. There's no lorries on there, aren't they? Yeah, they're slightly different heights, which indicates slightly different wheelbases. It's not actually a... oh, roll on, roll off. That's what row means. Yeah, okay. Oh, they just literally drive the trucks onto it. So presumably they have some spare trucks to carry orphaned containers, I suppose. Yeah, the trucks just go straight on there. It's like a massive car ferry, but just with lorries. All working for this C company. CLDN, I think is who is operating all of this. And I'm okay. I'm technically on the path. There was no warning sign on this gantry. I don't want to be down in that bit. It looks like some sort of spillway or secondary defence. Another refinery over there. Is that Cement Works? Who knows? Anyway, there's the Dartford Bridge as well. I'm pretty certain now, looking at it, it only carries southbound traffic. I imagine when it was built, traffic wasn't such a volume as it is today. And you could have like 2 lanes of opposite coming traffic, but then they put the tunnel underneath. Somewhere under here's the Dartford Tunnel. And I think that takes the northbound traffic. You have to pay for all that though, so I managed to get off the road, get off the M25 and go off to Tilbury and park before I ended up having to get into this thing. All online as well. I don't think they have booths. I think you just drive through and then you have to go and use the website to pay before midnight the next day. Or have a season ticket of some sort, ANR stuff, number plate recognition. Anyway, let's go and get under it. Ooh, misses. Okay, going under then, are we? Usually they just have a pair of gates and you just have to run across between lorries, but okay. Well, we must have taken some work. Mind you, it's quite an undisturbed spot. I haven't seen anyone since Purfleet on this path. Been lucky with it so far, but I know at some point it's going to give up and go inland, because I have to go round the container depot at Tilbury to go inland for that one. There's definitely no shoreline one for that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're going to have step ladders the lot for that, aren't you, really? It's pretty audacious. I mean, just judging by scale, I think the top of that illustration's about 10 feet up, maybe 12. So yeah, and it's a unified, coherent theme as well. I mean, you've got time to work on that, really, haven't you? I mean, the middle block of the lower section is a picture of the bridge with that word on it. It's just, man, blowing my mind. There's something very colourful over there as well. I guess no one really cares what you get up to at this part of the area, so I probably ought to keep moving. And the cement works over there. Like I say, I don't know how far this one continues along the shorefront, but hopefully it'll give me an opportunity to exit onto an industrial estate road and then back to civilization in some fashion. I shall check some maps. How are we doing? It's 1:36 in the PM, and I'm just opposite, well, obviously, the the Dartford Bridge, Queen Elizabeth II Bridge, which may or may not have a footpath on, which I'll probably never find out. It looked like it did have when I Google Street Viewed it. Given that the on-ramps for this bridge are about a mile or so inland from the shore, at least, yeah, not quite sure how you even get onto it and then off again afterwards. I mean, that one goes quite some way that way as well, another mile or two. So probably the crossing you want, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're doing the England Coast Path, and I am, then technically it seems that you must take the Woolwich Foot Tunnel, so, you know, the Woolwich Arsenal, which is about a day and a half that way, and then a day and a half back again. So, anyway, I did what I did, and I'm doing what I'm doing, carrying on. I don't know. Start to get a bit tired of the landscape itself telling you to go away, you know. Cameras, razor wires, fences, red and white signs everywhere. Chin up, Tim. It's not all like this. You know this to be the case. This is very, very much the exception, this kind of coastal landscape. Mostly it's more like Cornwall or South Dorset. And we'll be back to that soon enough. Another week or so of this. I'll be out in the wilds. Be good. Oh, people. Is this the bit where I get murdered? Path still seems to be going. But to be fair, I've not seen any opportunity to exit to the left so far, so it's a hell of a long way to walk back if there is no far exit. I'm sure there is. Something will come up, it usually does. So, yeah. Looking at over there, that's Green Hive, I think. Yeah. Wasn't really anywhere in particular I stopped, and then there was an estate over there, yeah. Loading thing there. Boat, that's the word. Feeling a bit tired at the moment. Might have to sit down again soon. Mind you, we're in motorbike country again, here we go. I'm going to put you away while I dive for cover. Having a bit of a sit down, I found some shade. And I'm just going to sit here and have a drink and dawdle for a little bit. Because, yeah, I just had to stop and check my map and make sure this did actually go somewhere, because that looks quite fancy at the end there. I think it goes somewhere. It's a very long way to backtrack otherwise, though. Assuming there's some sort of industrial estate or something. Now, apparently I can follow this all the way to Grays, so, which is over there. Well, I think I'm alright. Otherwise I have to try something a bit dangerous and tidal, but yeah, alright. Oh, I had a good old yomp there, 2 o'clock, pretty much. Green Hive over there, I think. Can't see anything there because there's a massive jetty with a boat on the other side. I can't be bothered to look it up. Wow, check that bad boy. Articulated scoop digger thing. I don't know if they're filling barges with sand or vice versa. I don't know. I'm not a technical man. Oh, yeah, doing well so far though. I haven't hazarded a guess at how far to go, but doing well. Another couple of hours will do it probably. the last couple of Sundays have been anything to go by. I tell you what, I'm definitely feeling stronger legs than in March and May or whatever. It's good, the plan seems to be working. If I just keep doing this every Sunday, eventually when I do have to lug a backpack 5 days or more on September, then it won't kill me quite so much, probably. Good. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here until my back dries out. Yeah, don't ask. Horrid. So no, I think because I've got my waterproof leggings sort of in the back of here, it sort of reflects all the sweat back onto my back. Probably need a better bag, one with some like padding layer on the back. My main big backpack's got that, but my day bag doesn't. It's a bit cheap. Have to get a better one. Yeah, good. Right, I'm just going to sit and dawdle and chill in the breeze for a bit. Admire this brutalism in front of me. Oh, I just had to stop and actually document this one. Mostly they're just crappy tags, but that's genius. You can't even see what the corner is on Tom's arms. It's crazy. Very well done. Yeah, some of these, I mean, obviously because out here no one gives a damn what you're doing, so you can take a lot longer doing them, so they do seem to exhibit a great deal more art out here, but that is something special. I hope that's never spray painted over. Oh, is that a Twitter handle? There you go. Recent too. You can tell because no one else has daubed their own feces all over it. Right, well the path still keeps going. I'm in luck, yes. I think I keep on. I can keep going all the way up to the next village, next town, residentially bit. I know there is one that I can't cut along the shore of, but I think that's the other side of Grays, essentially around that headland. So I think I'm good for following the shore all the way along. Let's see how we go. So far so good though. Can't tell where the river goes either along there. It bends before or after all that stuff. Might just be here, in which case those cranes are is that the Tilbury docks then, the cranes on this side, beyond the bend, possibly. Yeah, I remember coming around that sort of wild headland with the tiny little boat houses there. So those cranes must be on this side, but it bends round to the right. Yeah, okay. Well, I think I can follow the shore all the way up to that stuff, and then when we get to that stuff I need to make alternate arrangements. Wow, here we go, trolley watch. I haven't really seen any today, so there's one over there, one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Splendid. I think if I was a trolley I'd want to be buried at sea. It just seems so exotic. It carries on. It sort of moves into impressionism at this point. So there's about 4 or 5 different sets of people down there spraying away. They've got like the cans out and everything. I mean, not vaguely aware I'm observing a criminal act, but it's just the artistry, the deliberation. They've got some of them had little paint trays and rollers, actual small tubs of emulsion and gloss. I mean, this isn't just, furtive, put a tag on it and run for it. This is art. It's like a contemporary art exhibition down here. It's fantastic. If you like this sort of thing, of course. I mean, some people are just utterly outraged by its presence at all, but somewhere along the line between just mindless vandalism and art, there is a line, yeah. Well, this is actually very good artwork. Some of it's a bit uninspired, perhaps a bit nervousness, but they got like a stereo down there. They was clearly planning on making a multi-hour session of it, and just not giving a damn about, I don't know, being chased off or anything. Seems odd. I guess no one really cares. It's like, interstitial space that doesn't really belong to anyone, isn't used by hardly anyone, between the river and the cement works, or whatever that is. It's just his own thing. Just sort of see them. I probably don't want to be seen pointing a camera down there. But yeah, a couple of people working away, didn't seem fazed by my presence at all. Obviously I'm not a natural authority looking figure, but yeah, obviously didn't seem like they were anticipating being, there was no furtiveness about it, you know. It's like they didn't really think they'd have to leg it at a moment's notice or whatever. Just calmly getting on with executing a better design than they could have otherwise. Yeah, with some sort of implied, I don't know, implied permission, implied consent, I suppose, but with time to plan it and execute it properly, they don't look shit, like this sort of thing. So yeah, fascinating. Right, well, this path still keeps going on through it all. Off I go. Yeah. And suddenly suburbs. It's this Grays, I think, the outer eastern edge of. Ice cream van. No, I've already had one about 2 hours ago, I should be fine. Yeah, it just sort of threaded along the edge of all that on the riverside, and then suddenly came out here. So there's a bit of a amble into Grays itself, and then I think once we get to the end of this curve, I don't think we can go any further into all that crap. And that is all on this side. The river turns down there. I think we can just about see, maybe catch a glimpse of Gravesend, the outskirts of, straight ahead down the river. Getting there. So yeah, I just need to follow this as far as I can and work out where my departure point is and my inland detour. I have to study the maps a bit when I get to sit down next. The yachts and pleasure craft out there. See some sort of sailing club in Grays, I guess. I only know Grays from the news. It was on the news a couple of months ago. There was a pub there that got shut down because its landlords refused to remove their collection of racially insensitive dolls. That's all I really know. And given the ethnic diversity of the peoples I've seen today out and about on the train and the paths on the bus, I think that seems like a hard sell. Have to wonder what they were thinking in the first place. Anyway. Up ahead, yeah, I think it must come around to some sort of parkland and promenade bit. Quite a short one though, because as I say, we've got a big container terminal there. Good. Doing well. 20 to 23? Yeah, something like that. Okay, good. Some sort of a sailing race going on there. You hear an occasional horn blast if they go around the correct thing. I'm seeing 3 competitors. It's quite, and it's 4. Quite a small club. Handball, yellow card. I don't know, I've just done a football joke and I've no right to do so. I still don't know who won the football. It's great. I haven't picked up any contextual clues from, like, you know, the whole nation being on fire or anything. I guess I'll find out sooner or later. Play a little game with myself, see how long it takes me to find out by accident. Alright, follow this down to the end. It looks like some sort of sailing club and small wharf. I think at that point I need to cut to the left of all this superstructure and try and find a way down on the landward side of it all. Have a little look when we get up there. Lovely day. Just had a Spitfire come over. Why not? Wasn't quick enough with the camera. Besides, I've shown you Spitfires before, and it's true. Every Sunday afternoon, you know, since 1945, the Spitfire Patrol, the ghost of our nation. Get a bit jaded to seeing him, to be honest. Someone ought to tell that small airfield in the South Downs that the war's over, though. Saving a lot of fuel. Right. So there we go, end of the road. I don't think we can get past here. Well, I mean, we can physically get down there, but it's going to basically involve scrambling along the shoreline and waiting for the tide to go out. There's no actual path there. Even the redoubtable Yue Huang never managed to get his panoramic coast river estuary tracking odyssey past the end of there. Yeah, where it goes out onto the gantries, I think it's just nothing. Can't get under, over, whatever. Don't fancy swimming. So, back we go. Through that park, up there somewhere, and then round the far side of all this gunk. And I might do something different. I might not even go to where we're supposed to be going today. So, given the success of these summer trips, I've decided to steal 2 days from my upcoming September week-long backpack trip in a bid to make it not as hellish as the Margate week, Margate to Gravesend. Given that I completely overestimated and overspec'd everything, I've decided to redo all my estimations and come up with a new plan. So basically, I'm going to steal 2 days off of the trip ahead. In other words, 2 more Sundays like this, carrying on and not stopping at Tilbury. We're going to go on to Southend-on-Sea Pier. At that point, we shall pick up the backpack and go properly as a week thereafter. So that means I have 2 day stages taken off for that week, which makes it easier going. I've also extended that stage by a week by making the remaining stages shorter. It gets rid of 2 quite difficult camping days, one of which would have been on the Southend seafront, so that would have involved a travel lodge, 100 quid, whatever. So yeah. So I only need to get to my car at Tilbury town station today, because that's where I'll be picking up from next time. So let's do that. Welcome. I'm back trudging through the dull bit. Unfortunately, the coast path is strung together with several of these sorts of things. More later. Right, well, apparently this shadows the major A road most of the way back to Tilbury town, where I've left my car. And it's hopefully still there. Yes, we won't be going to Tilbury docks today, but don't worry, next week we'll start from Tilbury town and go straight to Tilbury docks and then carry on. Pick it up from there. Yeah, because I figured I finished this summer with more Sunday weekends left than I thought I would have before my scheduled September backpack trip. So I thought, yeah, let's do it. Let's keep it rolling. It's basically near enough to drive. I mean, we are pushing the outer limit of that now, really. I draw the line at more than about 3 hours. This is about 2.5 hours from where I live, I think. M25 allowing. And if it takes longer to get home, well, that's fine. It's only my own schedule, so I don't have to worry about missing a train or a bus or anything. It's all good. Sit in the car, listen to my audiobooks. I got the audiobook of Red Mars by Kim Stanley Robinson, starting in on that. 28 hours long. Should do a few trips. Very good. So, yeah, just keep trudging on down here. Look, another one. That's all there'll be one day. Everything else will go out of business. Except factories that make stuff to be distributed by them. Oh, that was dull. Kind of put my brain in hyperspace mode. Right, it's across here. Somewhere over there, there's the road back into Tilbury. Not far now, about a mile. Yeah, here we are, home straight. Station Road, Dock Road, whatever. Cars along there somewhere, hopefully. It's just gotten hot really lately. I don't know whether the wind's dropped off because I'm inland or temperature's just climbed. Feeling the heat of it. Need more water. So if the car's there, then I'll be able to get in it and drive to a garage and get cold drinks and ice cream, so that's all good. And here we are. Home sweet home, sort of. It was where I left it and is undamaged. Splendid. Alright, change of boots, socks and everything. There's my spare socks, got them here somewhere. Good. Right, that's me wrapping up for today. But as I said, this is not the end of the London bonus week. We're going to put 2 more days on and take 2 days off. It'll all make sense. See you again next Sunday.